Okay, this is the guided practice for 4.5. We want to be converting measurements. So this first one is yards to feet. So we want to find out how many feet we have in 5 1/3 yards. So I'm going to make this into an improper fraction. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 1 is 16 over 3, and that's yards. So and we're going to times it by a ratio of feet to yards. Now, we have to make sure the yards, which is what this one is on the bottom, because we want this one to be connected with the bottom, and then feet on top. So, for every 1 yard, there's 3 feet. Okay? So this yard will cancel out this yard. Then I can divide this by 3, divide this by 3. That gives me 1 and 1. So now I have 16 times 1 is 16, and 1 times 1 is 1, and it's feet, and 16 over 1 is the same as 16. So my answer is 16 feet. Alright, now we have 4.5 pints to cups. I'm going to make 4.5. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 9 halves pints times a ratio, and I want pints here and cups here. So now I have to figure out how many pints are in a cup or how many cups are in a pint. I know that for every 1 pint, I have 2 cups. Okay? So now, the pint cancels this, the pint cancels that. I divide this by 2, I get 1. This by 2, I get 1. 9 times 1 is 9. 1 times 1 is 1 cups. And anything over 1 is just going to be the number. So my answer is 9 cups. Okay? 12 quarts to some amount of gallons. So 12 quarts times a ratio of quarts on the bottom, this has to be on the bottom, and then gallons on top. So I know that for every 1 gallon, there's 4 quarts. Now this quart cancels, this quart gallon cancels, so now it's just 12 times 1/4, and it'll give me my gallons. 12 times 1 is 12. 1 times 4 is 4 gallons. If I divide 12 by 4, it equals 3 gallons. So my answer is 3. Okay? As long as you remember to put the same thing on the bottom as what you're timesing it by, you can convert anything. Okay? So I have inches to feet. So I do 28 inches times a ratio, and my inches is going to go on bottom, feet on the top. So I know that for every 1 foot, there are 12 inches. Okay, so the inches cancel with the inches, and 28 times 1 is 28. 1 times 12 is 12. Now, how many times does 12 go into 28? 2 times, that's 24, so that leaves me with 4 twelfths. But I could, so it's going to be 2 feet, and this 4 twelfths, I'm going to divide by 4 each side. That becomes 1, that becomes 3. So it's 2 and 1/3 foot. Okay? Alright, let's see what this number 5 is. You have a ton. A large grouper can weigh 1/3 of a ton. How much does a large grouper weigh to the nearest pound? Okay, so 1/3 ton times a ratio of ton on the bottom and pounds, LB is to pounds. And I know that 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. So This ton cancels this ton. Now we just multiply. 1 times 2,000 is 2,000. And 3 times 1 is 3. That's pounds. Now, I'm going to do this. 2,000 divided by 3. Let's see. 5, 6. 6 times 3 is 18. That's 2. Then I bring down my 0. I'm going to do 6 again. And that is 18. And then it gives me 20. I bring down that 20. And then that's 6 again. That's 18. 2. Oh, and there's no more zeros to bring down. So 2 thirds. Okay. So in pounds, it's 666 and 2 thirds pounds. Okay. And it says to the nearest pound, this 2 thirds is almost 1. So I could actually say 667 pounds. LB. Number 6. The world's narrowest electric vehicle is about 35 inches wide. How many feet is this vehicle to the nearest foot? Okay, 35 inches times a ratio of inches on the bottom and feet on the top. 1 foot equals 12 inches. Inches cancel. I can put a 1 over there. 35 times 1 is 35. 1 times 12 is 12. Now we're into feet. How many times does 12 go into 35? Goes in there 2 times. And that leaves me with, let's see, 24. That'd be 9 twelfths. Now I want to go to the nearest foot. This 9 twelfths is close to another whole foot. So I'm going to pump that up to 3 feet as my answer. Okay, that's the guided practice. Go ahead and work on the independent practice. Page 293, you're going to do number 1 through 9, and then you can watch the video to see how you did.